We'll sit here and hang out for a minute till folks come in and we'll get going. Maybe have me a smoke, say hey to everybody. Gordon, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Hi, all. I think it's just me and you for right now, Gordon. There's more folks coming, I do believe. They keep coming here. That number keeps going up, so I'm guessing they're on their way. What's up, man? Josh. I was thinking about you yesterday, dude. Let me show you something real quick. Hold on. First of all, getting ready to clean. You remember back in old March, end of March, early April, you sent me your contact wheel. The damn thing's sitting right here in this box, and I just pulled it out from under my shelf here because I'm cleaning and realized that I never sent the damn thing back. So it's getting ready to head back to you. Sorry about that. You hadn't mentioned it, and I hadn't gave it a second thought since mine came in and totally forgot about it. But I'm going to slap it back in that box and send it back to you, man. And I do appreciate you letting me use that. But you remember this bad boy that you sent me, which stays on my key ring. Actually, I took it off my key ring because I'm doing something with it. But I actually, of all the things that folks have sent me for keychains and stuff like that, yours is the one that I carry. Yours. It actually stays on my key ring. For one, it's badass. I mean, it's a badass damn knife. And two, it's light. It's very lightweight. I think it's a phenomenal idea, the leather idea. And I want to get with you later on something. So message me after the stream if you could. I got an idea for you, because I just think that's cool as shit. Cool ass keychain. Well, what I wanted to do with that keychain, because I like it so much, and this is be part of my idea that I want to speak with you about. Damn, talk my cigarette out. I got some badass resin in the other day. The girl that did it for me, you guys probably know, it's Cody Wager and his wife Elizabeth. Elizabeth is getting into making resin blocks, scales, and handle material, dyed burl woods and stuff like that as well. And they were out here 2 weeks ago for a hammer-in at the Yellow Rose Forge. It was a Forged and Fire hammer-in. I had several of us guys from Forged and Fire there doing a Battle of the Blades. And I think there was 5 of us. It was a great time, huge turnout, tons of people. I mean, we had people all the way from Texas, from Massachusetts, you know, you name it, came out for the hammering. The knives that we made were given away at the end, so that was even cooler. There was tons of giveaways and prizes, and you know, iron in the hat, and it was a great time. But when I got there, Cody and his wife was the first people I saw that I noted, I recognized. I was like, damn, y'all doing here? Y'all from Tennessee? Y'all drove a good 3 hours to come out here for this little one-day hammer-in. And they told me, yeah, they was on their way to Huntersville, which is 25, 30 minutes up the road from my house. And they were going to a friend of theirs' house he's a knife maker, makes handle materials and all that kind of stuff, but he's just so, I don't know if he's getting out of the handle just because, you know, he's bored with it. or because he's just got so much other stuff to do and that the handle material is so time consuming that he can't complete orders or whatever. I didn't really go into detail with him to find out, but I know that the guy was hooking Elizabeth up with all of his stuff to make handle materials. So they were coming to Huntersville to pick up, pressure pots and vacuum chambers and all that, and resins and dyes and pigments and different. I mean, they went home with a truckload of fucking wood. I mean, it was beautiful. They gave me some badass stuff. Got it right here. They gave me some badass wood while they was here. Some lace wood. What's up, son? You looking for your bike? You left it behind my truck. The bow got smushed. Lace wood just looks cool as shit to me, I think. It just looks really cool. And they gave me a couple sets of scales. Well, they didn't give. I bought these scales just to cut them down for me. And then I grabbed a couple blocks of Purple Heart from him. Some bloodwood. But while they were here, forged a flatter, and me and Cody forged a flatter for him, and Elizabeth forged out a little neck knife, and she ended up leaving it here. But she said she was getting into the resin stuff, and I was like, well, cool. Well, I'll get a block from him and see how it looks. So I got a block from him, and I posted a picture of it the other day, and man, she hit a home run with that damn thing. It was exactly what I needed. It's perfect. I just got to polish it up. It's got the graphite and the red pearlescent, or whatever it is, the Lumelite, whatever they call it, the pigment powders in there. And the block when she sent me was just, it looked like, where'd I put it? It looked like that. So that's what it'll polish up to, that handle. Okay. And I managed to save some off the handle. But what I want to do with the scraps that I saved, because I mean, they make, I guess, a small knife. I trimmed the sides off. They'd make a set of scales for a small neck knife or something like that. But I got to looking at that keychain that Josh sent me, and I'm going to do that. I took that keychain off and I outlined it. I'm going to make it out of resin, and I'm going to send it to you in your box, Josh. See what you think about that. Put a little hole in it, because this is light. I mean, it ain't much heavier than the leather. It's pretty light resin. So this would be dropped in your box. This is out of that resin that she sent me, and I think it's gonna look pretty damn cool. So we'll work on that today. Once I finish my smoke. But the first thing I'm gonna work on, we're gonna glue up the handle onto this chef's knife and polish that up, and get that chef's knife done and out of the way, and everything done on it to sharpen it. I'll show you guys the chef's knife here in just a second. Let's see, Crawford's in here, Wiley's in here. What's up? Dana's in here. Go on with your bad self. Dana, what's up, brother? How you doing? Y'all share the stream. It's a random stream, Nobody knows that I'm live, because I don't schedule streams anymore. I just go live. I ain't waiting until 11 o'clock anymore in the day to go live, because it's just too hot. It's supposed to be 93 degrees today. I'd rather do it in the mornings. So sorry if I'm stepping on anyone else's toes right now, but it is what it is. It's my channel. I'll do what I want with it. Hi. Got my TV now. Here's the chef's knife. It's kind of a weird pattern. I did some high layer random pattern, and then I took and stacked it up, and in between each one, I think you can see the lines down the center. Yeah, you can see the silver lines. I stacked some thick 15 and 20 in between the billets of high layer Damascus Forge welded that down and drew it out, and it kind of looks like a river running through it. That's what my wife said anyway. It looks like a river runs through it. I think it's badass. It's got a Damascus integral bolster. I was an idiot and didn't heat treat the bolster, but it's still etched out nice. You can still see the Damascus, see the layers. See there? So I'm not going to reheat treat it just to heat treat the bolster. It is what it is. It still looks good to me. I still like it. Sam, what's up, brother? I did a octagonal bolster on there. I just got to pin it, of course, and glue it, and then polish the handle up. But the handle marries up to it real nice. Well, with the pin in there, it's a nice tight fit. I'm real pleased with it. It marries up to it seamless with the pin in. I like to put my handle on there and then drill the pin to pull it up tight, and it works pretty well. Once you put the pin in this thing, the handle doesn't move at all, even if without the epoxy. So there's what will be finished up today. Nice little chef's knife. She's pretty thin. Really pleased with my work thus here lately. To be perfectly honest with you, I feel like my work's improving with every blade that I make, and that's the good thing, to feel that way as a maker. You know, it's one thing for other people to tell you that your work's improving, but as a maker, a lot of you other makers know that you critique your work way worse than anyone else does. And when you start seeing marked improvements in your work that you can recognize for yourself, that you can say for yourself with complete confidence that, you know, I'm getting better at that. It's a good feeling. It really is. You know, don't get me wrong. It's nice when other folks say, dude, that looks awesome. You're getting really good at that. It's great that other folks recognize it. But whenever you can convince yourself that you're getting good at something, in this kind of work, that's a good thing. So, let's get out some epoxy, shall we? And some tape, some gloves, and not throw away our own damn pen that we need with a knife. God almighty, that'd be stupid. Set that there. Where's my big roll of tape go? There it is, right there. Alright. Show y'all my mess that I work with on a daily basis. This is getting ready to change. Tomorrow, the wife and I are going and getting a storage unit, and then my shop will stay clean because I've got so much stuff underfoot in here that I can't clean my shop. You know, I have like walkways. You know, no place to clear the stuff off of this counter and put somewhere else. I don't have somewhere to put it because I got too much stuff in this little shop. So tomorrow we are going to solve that problem. We're going to go get a storage building, and we are going to move a bunch of the tools and stuff off of these shelves under here, because these shelves down here are full of tools underneath. I don't know if you can see down there, but they're full of tools. Dogbone, what's up? Jonesy, what's up, brother? How you been? Yeah, this is an 8-foot workbench, and I'm confined to this little spot right here. That's an 8 foot, or no, wait. These are 10 foot. These are 10 foot benches. This is a 20 foot long building. And these benches go from wall to wall, marry up end to end. And I'm confined to this workspace right here. So I've got 20 foot of workspace here covered in shit. Covered in shit. And it's too much at this point for me. It's making me unproductive. Not really unproductive, but I'm still productive. I'm just not as motivated to get up and do something, because it's like, man, this shit everywhere. I've got to clean up this to get to that, but I ain't got anywhere to put that, so I'm just gonna fucking move this mess to somewhere else for later, so I can move it again later. It's annoying, really annoying. Hey, what's up? Oh, Sam Town's in the house. Glad to see it ain't too late for you over there. Okay. Epoxy stick, another epoxy stick. Now, what I got to do, tiny little liner. Tiny little liner. Goes between the handle and the bolster. What I got to do now is take some of this tape. Rip it down the center. And we're going to put it on the bolster, just like so. And we're going to go around this bolster with the tape. That way we don't get any epoxy up on our Damascus that we have to clean off later. These good old painter's tape's all you need, folks. Alright, now we've got the Richard Edwards. Thank you, sir. Hey, I got your email about coming down in September, and yeah, let's work that out. But now we've got the Damascus covered to where it ain't gonna hurt nothing. And this, I ain't gotta cover this because I gotta buff this anyways. Question for those that do make Damascus: do you buff your Damascus after you etch? Food for thought. I don't buff mine. I don't buff my Damascus. I etch it and hand sand. But I know some folks do. If you do buff yours, what is the process that you go? What kind of compound do you use? And what kind of results do you get? Does your Damascus stay dark like that? Or does it all go different tones of silver? I'd like to know. Because I want to know these things. Alright. I degreased this bad boy, the Ting. We'll see you, Dana. Okay, so first things first, we got to mix up some epoxy and get this handle filled up. And then we shall go from there. I'm going to go ahead and put a rag around the blade as well. Take that off. I don't want epoxy getting up on it either. That would suck. When you do this, make sure you got some oil on your Damascus. Helps keep it nice. Alright, like so. Just tape the blade up real nice. Keeps from getting the Damascus covered with epoxy. Oh no. Now, with the gloves on, mix us up some epoxy. So I ordered me a power hammer. I don't know if I told you guys or not. Oh, that's right. Y'all has streams on Saturdays. I forgot. I ordered a tire hammer from Dave Custer. And since Wiley gave me the Bowie knife back in return for a list of tools, and Wiley, I haven't started on your tools yet because I got these orders I've got to get out, but I will get your tools. You know I will. Since he gave that Bowie back in return for extra tools, and I've got to cover above and beyond the cost of the power hammer, I still got to cover the shipping, which is gonna be like $800-900 after paying for the extra dies and everything. Decided I'm going to raffle that Bowie off again, just the Bowie, and use that money to cover the shipping on the power hammer. Well, that was 3 weeks ago, and I think I've sold 11 spots on the Bowie. Kind of bummed it has stalled. A lot of folks told me to do a higher cost on the tickets with lower entries, and I thought, okay, we'll try that, and I did. So I ran it up to $25 and only doing 50 tickets. I think that's a bad idea because nobody's buying tickets. Just want to make sure I get enough epoxy down in here to fill the voids, which I think I do. Let's find out. Make sure I get this spacer glued properly. What you want to see, the over squeeze come out once you bed the tang down in there. You want to squeeze out your handle holes, and that's what it did. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. There we go. Get all the extra epoxy off. Handles all tight, lined up. All right, we'll let that sit. Got her pin in there. Do a little touch up with some resin. That is just a solid block of resin that I had made by Elizabeth Wagers. It's a red pearlescent, I think is what it is, Alumilite, and graphite pigment powder mixed together, swirled. The handle looks awesome now. Wait till you see it whenever it's polished. It'll look something like that. All right, we got her glued. Got her glued, dude. Yep, spacers in there. I haven't put up but one Instagram post for the waffle. I guess I should put up another one. The waffle's on my personal Facebook page. I guess I should change that, but I definitely would like to see more spots sold on that thing, or I will have to go a different route and cancel the waffle and send the money back to folks to try and find a different way, you know, to come up with the money for the shipping. Believe it or not, the shipping on a power hammer, freight shipping, delivery with the drop gates they can unload it at your house, it's like $800-900, something like that, on a power hammer. So it's not going to be cheap, but it's a necessity, and I'll come up with the money one way or the other. I always do. I got a truck out here that has a price that I don't have a for sale sign on it, but I have had so many people make offers for it that I can sell it today if I wanted to for cash in hand and pay for the shipping. So it's not really a big deal. That was the way I chose to go to get the shipping done, was to re-raffle that booth. Because to be honest with you, I'd love to keep the damn thing. I'd like to put it on a mountain and mount it on the wall. I don't know what work you're talking about, Gordon. I can't see anything but your picture of your face. I can't tell you what your work looks like. I've never seen it. If you send me some pictures of it, I'll be happy to critique it. But you guys all see right here where he says, Ting, I need your honest opinion. You asked for it. Are you ready? I'm going to be honest with you. On your videos. See, Jonesy got him 2 slots in the raffle. There we go. Yeah, it's like asking Ramsey for your opinion on barbecue. I wouldn't say that I'm a master like that at this shit. But yeah, you're right. I'm gonna be about as brutally honest as he is. That's a good analogy. I like that. I post each day on my Instagram. I'd like to get it filled up. We're going to use that because not only that, I've got to pay for the concrete to pour pad, and I've got that covered. But that's why I sold the dump truck, was to buy the power hammer. So I had a dump truck for my business still, and I sold it, took that money out. It was just enough to pay for the power hammer and concrete. And I figured, he said it'll be 2-3 months, how long it takes from time of order to time of delivery for the power hammer. So I figured in the next 2-3 months I come up with $800-900. So I've done some odd and end things, like just a couple of days ago I put up an auction on the Forged Fire Knife Makers Marketplace for this knife right here, and it sold pretty quick. They met the reserves pretty rapidly on this. So after the stream, I'm going to be making this concealed carry sheath for it after the stream today. But that right there, the money that I got from that, the guy's already paid. He won the auction. It closed yesterday at noon. He won. He paid. That went into the account for the shipping. You know, so I've got other ways I can get the shipping if I have to. You know, and I can make some knives, throw them on that knife maker's marketplace, and they don't. You can't. You're not really selling it. You auction it. So, you know, you put it up there with a minimum bid, a reserve, and a buy it now price, cost of shipping, all the details of the blade. You know, and you got to be a Forged and Fire alumni. And there's certain restrictions on the blade. You know, there can't be angle grinder blade. You can't have angle grinder finish on it. Like, put it to your perspective, some of the guys that go out in the first round because they can't even forge a blade profile are still technically Forged and Fire alumni and can post their knives in there. So they had to start putting rules on there, because even though some of the alumni like, yeah, I ground this one out today, and like, dude, would you use a stone grinding wheel on an angle grinder to grind the bevels? So they put rules, you know, you have to have a certain grit finish. It has to be an even finish. It has to be a clean finish. It can't look like, you know, a beginner knife. You know, so you got nice knives on there that you're having to compete with, sell, but just the fact of you being an alumni helps. People won't buy your knife because, oh, I saw you on Forged and Fire. I want to buy a knife from you. Yeah, I can get it for steel right here. I can get it for lower than what you normally sell it for. Yeah. No, I'm not keeping a scheduled live stream, Richard. I'll do live streams, but they won't be scheduled. It's kind of like eBay, yeah. Kind of like eBay. Except you get a more personal interaction with the person buying your blade. You know, they can talk to you face-to-face, messenger, whatever, comment on the post without ever having to bid, you know. And this guy, he wanted it because it was black and blue, and he loves everything black and blue. He sent me a picture of his truck. He said if it's not black and blue, it's got to be black and gray. He's kind of like me. I'm a black, blue, gray kind of guy. You know, see, black. Well, I can't pick my. I'm fat and I ain't lifting my leg that high. Sorry, but you know, he's kind of like me. Black, blue, gray kind of person. He said if I don't win the auction, I'm buying one of these from you at full price. I said hell yeah. But he won the auction. I said, shit, why couldn't somebody else win the auction and then him pay full price for a knife? I'd sell two knives, right? That'd been nice. But, you know, he won the auction, which is cool. He hit the reserve, and he's getting the knife. All right. Finish my smoking, and we're going to grind out. We're going to cut out the, if I didn't lose it already. Where did I put it? No, it's under the knife. We're going to cut out this next. I'll still do live streams, I just won't be scheduled. I don't have the schedule right now that permits a scheduled live stream. Everything's so random. It's not really random, it's just I'm so busy that I don't ever know when I'm going to have the time to set aside a live stream like today. Still working on an order, but you know, I'm sitting down, chilling early in the morning. Figured I'd go live. You know, yeah, Richard, you need to get on down here in September and get this anvil. I hate that we couldn't get together a couple weeks ago, man. I just had stuff come up and I just wasn't able to. And then that Forged and Fire thing, because the thing with Forged and Fire is whenever you go on the show, you sign a thing that says that you will attend certain events in your area for Forged and Fire alumni as part of the alumni group to help promote Forged and Fire. And this was, I don't know if this was a totally sanctioned event, but it definitely counted towards it, because there were so many Forged and Fire alumni there that, you know, they couldn't say it wasn't, because that's what it was. It was me, Billy Sawyers from Yellow Rose Forge, he won his episode, Brett Barnes, from Britt Barn Knives. He won his episode. His episode was 3 weeks after mine. He won the Halligan Bar episode, the first responders episode. He won that one. Tano Knives, he was a runner-up. He's out of Winston-Salem. He was there. Reaper, I think was the name of his company. I can't really remember the other guy's name, and I feel terrible. I got it on my phone. I've got his number, his card, and everything. But he was from Texas. Shit. And he made some really nice knives. He was there. He was runner-up on, I think, Billy's episode. He was one of the finalists on Billy's episode. So, he came up for it, and I didn't even know I was going to be making a knife. I was just going to go, you know. And when I got there, Billy handed me a bar 5160 while he was introducing all the Forge and Fire alumni. He's like, and we've got James here from season 7, episode 21. No, it wasn't James Helms. I'd remember his name if it was James. That's for sure. They introduced me, and he's going to be in the Battle of the Blades too. I was like, what? Huh? I didn't bring anything to work on blades with me. I brought a crossbeam hammer. I didn't bring no tone, nothing. I didn't bring nothing. I don't even have an idea of what kind of blade. I don't have handle material. He's like, I got some handle material to use. All these other guys brought nice handle material. You know, my thought was I was getting there, and Pop's Knife Supply was going to be set up, and I was going to buy some handle material from Pop's Knife Supply. But that didn't happen because Pops didn't show up because of COVID. Wasn't really that he didn't want to show up. 2 days before the event, they were informed via contact tracing that somebody that came into their shop within the last 14 days tested positive for COVID-19. So they closed their shop for a few days, sanitized everything. Everybody got tested, and they're pending results, and decided they weren't going to any events until they had their test results back. And it just so happens that was 2 days before the event at Yellow Rose Forge, so he wasn't able to come up to that, which I understand that, you know, you feel compelled that you've got to do something to protect yourself and your patron, your customers, and everybody else, and people you going to sell to. If you feel that strongly about it, to where you don't go, then you don't go. You know, there's not nobody make that choice but you. So sucks, but I can always pop an order in Pop's Knife Supply. It's no big deal. Cool thing is that knife that I just auctioned off, the handles came from Pop's. Those G10 handles. Those came from Pop's, the black and blue G10. And I've also got some black and green up here. It comes in sheets, or you can get it in just regular scales. You know, really good handle material, real strong, tough stuff. Tobin Ito, or Tobin Mike. Not completely sure. Not completely sure. Matt, what's up? All right, so let's cut this thing out. We're gonna go over here to my bandsaw. Got this chair out of here. It broke yesterday. I'm back to sitting on my stool. Let's go ahead and take this chair outside. That'll free up just a touch of space.
Shane, what's up? Spencer, what's going on? Northwoods. Dude, what's going on? Oh no, that's Dave. Dave, what's up, buddy? Steve, North Country. Cutting out a resin knife keychain. Can you guys hear me with this thing on? Let me know. Can you hear me when I have this thing on? Cool. Yeah, Wayne Gilbert was there. He won the hammer. There we go. Any more tension? Pull it right out of my hand.
That thing's badass. Gotta say. Huge thank you to Christian Gerber over CG Smithing. Hooked me up with that. Richard, see you, man. Rob, what's up? That right there is a 3M PAPR, personal air purifying respirator. The way it works, it's got a pre-filter here in the back. Pulls all the air that you breathe through that filter there, blows it up through the head, opens up. This filter in here attaches to that, okay? And it's not easy to change the filters, just so you know. It really isn't. But that filter, it pumps the air through here, it goes up through this filter here in the head, and comes out down in your face. It shoots down the front of your face, so it's like air conditioning. It's blowing all that fresh, clean, filtered air right into your face to breathe in. And this seals down around your face, this seals around your face, the rubber seal on this goes around your neck down here, and you're supposed to shave your beard and everything off, but I haven't. But all in all, even with the beard and having just wearing this thing, I can tell a difference between that and my RZ mask. Big time. I don't taste metal when I take a drink. I don't smell metal when I get in the shower like I did before. Metal Man, thank you. Yeah, that's the air filtration helmet. Alright, well, we've got this all glued up. Let's sand this extra epoxy off. Epoxy's not 100% hard, so it doesn't sand very cleanly. Take the sander, scuff it up, and you'll still see what little bit of epoxy residue is left, and take a razor, and if your handle's smooth, you can use the razor to get the epoxy off without messing your handle up. You know, and I'll sand this here just to make sure it's smooth and no epoxy's left over. Then I'll take it back up to the appropriate grit before I buff it. Going down to the tape, making sure there's no epoxy anywhere. All right. That was the right piece. All the that. Now, quick tip, man, these shop rolls, they're pretty cheap. I think I paid like 16, 17 bucks for a 50-yard roll of 1-inch wide 400 grit and a 50-yard roll of 1-inch wide 220 grit. Great hand sanding paper. Really, really tough stuff. Grit lasts a while on it. Very pleased with it. I get it from Combat. 50-yard rolls, and they last a long time when you're using them for hand sanding. I can't wait till tomorrow though. Ooh, I can't wait till tomorrow. Getting my storage building. Need it. Some 600. This resin, really all you gotta do is take it up to about 600 grit and then buff it with some white buffing compound. White buffing compound is all you need on this stuff. No CA glue required. Y'all ready to buff? Yeah, my epoxy's drying all the way. I just set this epoxy about 30 minutes ago. On my knives like these, since the pin really does the work, the pin holds the handle in place more than the epoxy does. The epoxy is just there as a fail-safe to keep the pin in. So I don't really need super strong epoxy on these chefs, these hidden tanks, the way I do them. It's in there. I have to really push the pin in. It's locked in place. All right, let's buff this handle. Get my buffer out. Clear my spot out. So I just got to move messes from one spot to another. Do shit. There. I got another one of them W200s heat treat. Just got to sand it and etch it and put a handle on it. I'm waiting on the handle material to come in and get some order. Supposed to have been here on Friday, but it still ain't here. Pine cone resin scales from Jants. They're pretty damn popular. I don't know where that's from. It's the white buffing compound from Harbor Freight. It's all I use. And I just recently started doing this thanks to Cody and Josh Wick, Josh Taylor, and all of them. You guys know me. I'm a hand sanding kind of guy, but I learned a little more about buffing over the last 2 weeks. And boy, I tell you, it's the bee's knees. Oh yeah.
Cover spot.
Phenomenal. I'm done.
It's done. It's it.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. Jerking and shit. I'm a jerk. Fucking with the leg of my tripod. Now move. There. See you, man. Be careful. Nice shot of oil. A nice shot of oil. There we go. Fucking oil. Now, would you like to use a chef's knife like that? Be honest with me. Would you use that chef's knife? Hell yes. You think they got a good knife coming to them? God, that's pretty, ain't it? Woo-wee! That handle is just something, ain't it? I said, I don't know, said it'd be for testing. What's the length on this? Oh, you would have to ask me to get up and find my measuring stick. Let's see. Blade length is 9 inches. Overall is 14 and a half. So to the end of the blade from the tip is 9 inches. Overall, 14 and a half, which is about a standard chef's knife. You know, standard chef's knives are 8 to 10 inches long, the blade, and then the handle. So I like to put my standard ones right in the center of that, around 8.5 to 9 inches, anywhere in that range. 8.5 to 9.5 inches. You know, a 1 inch range is where I like to keep my blades for chef's knives. You know, then there's different types of chef's knives. There's bigger butcher knives, you know, and then there's smaller paring knives, and there's a small, medium-sized chef's knife. So the only thing left to do to this thing is sharpen it, and I'm not sharpening it right now. But man, you want to talk about comfortable in the hand? That's comfortable, and I like the way I like the integral bolsters on a chef's knife because it gives you a good place to hold it and chop. You know, slice, and turn it, and get up in there and take the ribs out of something, whatever. Michael Myers would make sure that handle stayed good and red, wouldn't he? Alright, so there you have it, folks. There's that. And now, just going to hand sand this up real quick, polish it up. And this is going to go to Josh over at First Degree Forge. Because he sent me one made out of leather and I carry it every day on my keys. And I just think it's cool as shit. And I was looking at it and I saw this extra resin, piece of the resin block that I had left. And decided, you know, I'm going to cut one of those out of that resin and send it to him. I think he'd like that. What do y'all think? Also, get in the raffle if you can. If you guys want that Bowie knife that Wiley traded in for more tools. It's on my personal page. Get in now. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll put a jump ring on it in the hole. But this is kind of cool. You can kind of see through this one. Translucent. Cool shit is what it is. Yeah, I got jump rings and all that. Jump rings and key rings and all kinds of fancy stuff because I make keychains for my shop. edges off. My idea about these things is start using these as tokens. I can give some business to Elizabeth or some of my other friends that make resin scales, like Josh's wife. Get them to make me a bunch of blocks of cool ass resin and slice it up into 1/4-inch slices and make a bunch of these little knives out of it and sell them as tokens. And when you buy a token, you get entered in a drawing for a free knife. That way, we no longer have raffles. We have keychains for sale, and the purchase of a keychain gets you entered in the drawing for a free knife. That way, you get something for your money. I don't make this. I don't make this resin. This comes from Elizabeth Wagers and Cody Wagers over at Raw Metal Forge. I think her name on Instagram is Lady Fire or Lady Firefly or Lady Viper. Lady Viper is her name in YouTube. And they got all kinds. Josh's wife, Josh Brown at First Degree Forge, him and his wife make handle scales too. You can get some from them. Check them out. Most of his knives that he makes are made out of scales made by his wife, so the handles are anyways, not the knife, but the handles. Where are you going? Excuse me. I got this empty feeling in my stomach right now. That W200 with pine cone scales is the one that your buddy ordered from me. It sure is. And it's sitting here. The scales were supposed to be here this week. And they aren't. Go figure. That's all they're waiting on is scales. And of course the finished sand, which isn't much. Get some higher grip belts in. I use those now to eliminate a lot of my hand sanding on blades. Well, the only hand sanding I do is during the etch. So really, as soon as those those scales come in, his knife will be done. But that is everything with this COVID shit for the last 6 months. It's all backed up. Everything's, you know. Everything arriving late. I get done with this, I've got to go to my aunt's house. That's right, time is money. White North Forge. Thanks, man. Have a good day. Alright guys, I'm sure Yamez is live at this point, and that's where everybody's gone to, so we'll see y'all later. I'm gonna get off here. Or, well, how about this? I'll stay long enough to polish this. And then I'm out. Ash, shut the hell up. Shut that fucking dog up. Alright. Let's go buck this real quick. What y'all think? I think so. Some bitch will grab both of you now. The day's already going. Spencer, you're watching me. What are you talking about? You're not getting more going than that. Oh, that's the bee's knees right there. I can get green. Would these be something cool that people would like to have, like to get? Let me know. I'll start making them and selling them for 15, 20 bucks a pop for a nice keychain. I was thinking of doing 10 bucks or doing them as my waffle tokens. When you buy into one of the raffles, instead of it being a raffle, it's me selling these tokens. And for every token or keychain you buy, you get a spot in the raffle. Or not in the raffle, in a drawing for a free knife. So it's not a raffle, it's a giveaway. Would those be pretty cool little tokens? I mean, this thing might weigh an ounce, maybe two. For every keychain you buy, you get a spot in that giveaway. Like, I won't put these up for sale unless I'll say, okay, guys, we got another keychain sale going on, and for all the people that buy these keychains, you get entered in a free chance to win these knives, and I'll show you the knife. You know what I'm saying? It's not a raffle, it's a giveaway. I think I get a lot more interest. People getting something for their money. They can buy these. Maybe next time, the next one it'll be a chef's knife, or the next one it'll be a kukri. The next one it'll be a hunter. You never know. Different colors, whatever. You know, I think that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna order a bunch of different colored resins and make up a bunch of these for my next giveaway. Is that a good idea? Yes or no? Yes or no? Answer me, yo. Yeah, I could crank them out fast. That was pretty quick. I mean, really. Cut it to shape, clean it up on the grinder. I don't want to do that because then it costs more money. It's cheaper for me to buy the blocks and make them myself than to pay them to make them and ship them to me individually. I'd just rather buy the blocks, cut them down, because they come in 2 by 1.5 by 6 inches long, and this thing is, I'm gonna guess, but it's somewhere around 3 inches long. Oh, 4 inches. This is 4 inches long, and it's only an inch wide. So realistically, I could angle this to where I could take a 2 by 1.5 by 6, cut it in 1/4-inch slabs. That would be 8 slabs. I could get 16 of these out of one of those blocks. Yes, it'll come with a ring. It'll come with everything to hang on a keychain. Drilled hole with a ring to hang on a keychain. And it seriously weighs like an ounce, if that. It's fucking paper. It's feather light. So it won't be a bulky keychain at all. You know, if I list them on my Etsy shop, see, I don't want to do that because I want to keep them exclusive for my giveaways. You know what I'm saying? So when I have a giveaway, these are whatever the cost of the tickets would be. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was doing for this Bowie raffle, each keychain would be $25. You know, you buy a keychain, you get entered into, you get an entry into the giveaway. Say you wanted 10 entries. $250, you get 10 keychains in the mail from me. You can give them to your friends. You can turn around and sell them to someone else. You can create your own damn website and put them up and resell them. I don't care. But you get 10 of them. One for each ticket. Or, you know, I could have this size, you buy this size, you know, maybe keychains would be for the cheaper waffles, fridge magnets, a little bit bigger, a little magnet to the back of it would be for a more expensive waffle. I don't know how that'll confuse people. It's literally them buying a keychain, and for every keychain they buy, they get an entry into the giveaway. Because every time I post keychains for sale, it'll have the knife that the giveaway is for posted with it, so you'll see what you're getting entered into. You know what I mean? I think this thing's pretty damn neat. I can't quit looking at it. I can see my finger through it. I mean, it's see-through. You probably can't see through it right now, but I can see through it. Hold it up to the light. Cool as shit is what it is. Cool as shit. So, after the buoy raffle, we'll start doing that. Give me time to make up a bunch of keychains. I'll go ahead and have them pre-made for the slots, you know what I'm saying? If I'm doing a 50 slot giveaway, I'll have 50 keychains made, and, you know what I'm saying? So they'll be pre-made. Because it only takes, really, if I was out here busting ass and not shooting shit, talking, I'd say 10 minutes to make one. 10 minutes to cut it to shape. Finish it up with the grinder. Run it up to 800 grit on the sander instead of hand sanding it. And then buff it, set it aside. Could be a cool idea. Or I could shape that whole block into one big fat wide one and then slice that down into 8 slices and already have them pre-made. That way I only shape one knife and then just slice it up, sand it. Could be a thought. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. It's Sunday. I got a few other things I gotta do. I gotta go down to my aunt's house. I gotta deliver the chef's knife, so I'll sharpen it up here shortly. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate it. I know it wasn't planned. You guys weren't expecting it. So for those that came by, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Richard, as always, for the super chats. Huge contributor to the channel. That's why he's getting free ammo. And, you know. But yeah, go follow me on Facebook. If you want in on that buoy raffle for the Turkish twist buoy, go get you a ticket. Get you a ticket. Alright, $25 a pop for those tickets, though, because it's a high-end knife. Or you can buy it right now for $1,250, and I'll refund everybody their tickets. It's your choice. Either way, go get a ticket. Get a ticket. Get a ticket. We'll see y'all later. Peace.